Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I'm going to teach you how to self-publish a children's book and get it distributed to major websites and booksellers such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and more. Now, this can be a fantastic stream of income, which will turn into passive income once you have completed all the steps needed in order to create, publish, and market your book. About 4 years ago, I had written a children's book for my son when he graduated his outdoor nature-based preschool. But later on down the line, I decided I wanted to get it illustrated and self-publish it.
Oh! Do you remember what this is?
Yeah.
The forest answered, "I'm your home, your safe place, your comfort. I will help you to explore, to have adventures, to ask questions. My tall trees will be your walls, and my soft floor will be your bed. With me, you will always feel you belong."
Now I'm going to walk you through all of the steps that I did in order to self-publish this utilizing Ingram Spark, which then distributed it to a number of different booksellers. Now, if you are curious about my own book and what I published, I'm going to link it in the video description down below. We're going to be self-publishing, which means that we're not going to be going through a publisher, but rather we are going to be utilizing a distributor. That distributor is called Ingram Spark. Now, booksellers all have access to Ingram's catalog and they can order books from there. Any bookseller will be able to order your book based on the ISBN number.
Step 1, you're going to write, edit, and format your text. I next used a software called Tangent Templates to upload my pages in PDF form, organize their layout and final output size, and create full bleed spreads. If your book is less than 100 pages, you can use Canva instead, which is a free tool which will help you design and organize your pages and export the manuscript as a PDF. However, Canva does not go above 100 pages. Step 2 is to locate an illustrator. Now, if you are not illustrating the book on your own, it can be difficult in order to know exactly how to locate an artist that is going to be a good match. I personally had a wonderful experience with the artist that I selected on Fiverr. I searched for illustrators that were within my budget, I asked for additional samples of their work, and I selected someone that I felt matched my aesthetic, loved the story, and had a professional work ethic. Step 3, you're going to purchase and register an ISBN. An ISBN is the identifying number tied to your book, which all booksellers will use in order to identify, look up, and eventually purchase your book. Now, you should make sure that you purchase this directly from the source from a website called Bowker so that you own your ISBN yourself. And it is not a free ISBN provided by another company because that means that you do not own it. The other company owns it. You've purchased the ISBN. Next, you're going to assign your book's title and data to the ISBN itself. Enter in your title information, upload a thumbnail of the book's cover, enter in your book's subtitle, a description of your book, the authors and contributors, which will include yourself as well as your illustrator and anyone else who worked on the book with you. Select the book's format and size, and then you're going to input the subject and genre for the book. Now, it's important to note here that under publisher, you need to have your own name entered. You are not using Ingram Spark as your publisher. They are the book distributor. Next, select the medium and the format, the genre, and other various details. Scroll down to sales and pricing, and here you're going to select your publication date as well as your suggested retail amount. Step 4 is you're going to register with Ingram Spark. Ingram Spark is a self-published book and ebook distributor. They will be the means for getting your books in the hands of booksellers and online markets. Step 5, you're going to format your cover. Download a cover template from Ingram Spark and upload that template into Adobe InDesign. Adobe InDesign can be downloaded for a free trial if you don't already have that software. So you can format the cover yourself for free before the trial expires. If you are not tech savvy, hire someone in order to create the cover for you because this can be quite a headache if you really can't figure out how to utilize this software to create a cover. This is a major reason why Ingram Spark will reject your book when submitted, so make sure that your cover is formatted properly. If you want to outsource this task, you can find someone on sites such as Fiverr or Upwork who specialize in doing this quickly. Step 6, register with the Library of Congress. This number is going to be used in your book's information page that includes the ISBN and publishing info. Step 7, copyright your book. This will protect your book's contents from anyone that could potentially try to publish your book as their own, reproduce it, or distribute it in part or in full in a way that you don't want. Step 8, you're going to upload your book and set details, pricing, and publication date. When you're selecting your book's subject and categories, keep in mind that on websites such as Amazon, in order to rank higher in search results and to, in some cases, rank as a bestseller in a certain category, you will need to select a category that both fits your book but also has a lower number of titles in that particular category. If you're publishing a picture book, I want to stress that it's incredibly important that you select premium color. You will be disappointed with the book pages if you select standard color in standard pages. You want to select the premium paper option in the premium. A very important step in this stage is going to be to determine the retailer's discount that you're going to offer to booksellers and companies that want to stock your book. You will need to first decide what your sales and marketing goals are going to be. Will you be targeting online orders through Amazon and other online marketplaces, or are you trying to specifically get your book sold to brick and mortar booksellers? This is an important thing to determine initially because independent booksellers are going to require a minimum wholesale discount in order to stock your book. If you do not offer a minimum discount in the amount of 55% or higher, then they will not be able to turn a profit and they will not want to stock your book. This means that you must charge more for your title or take a smaller profit. Alternatively, if your goal is to sell primarily online in sites such as Amazon, there is no reason to give a high wholesale discount. You basically are simply throwing money away in that case because Amazon is going to list your book regardless of what the discount is, as long as you hit that minimum discount amount noted in Ingram Spark. If your goal is to sell on Amazon only and not get into those brick and mortar stores, then you can set your discount to the minimum allowable discount, allowing you to earn more per book or to price your book at a lower sale price. Next, you need to determine if you are going to accept returns or not, and if so, what Ingram Spark is to do with your returns. If your goal is to get into brick and mortar bookstores, then you must accept returns. Bookstores will not only require that 55% or higher discount, but they also will require that you accept returns. However, if you are trying to target online retailers such as Amazon that are not small independent shops, then you do not need to accept returns. The problem with accepting returns is that you will be charged for those returns in one of two ways. Number one, Ingram Spark can destroy the copies that were returned, or number two, they can return them to you, but they do charge you to ship those copies to you, as well as charging you for the total price of the book that was returned. Step 9, submit for approval, and once it comes back to you, approve the draft sent over by Ingram Spark. But make sure that you do not enable distribution.
If you click Enable Distribution, that is then going to allow Ingram Spark to distribute your book, meaning that any booksellers can purchase, stock, and sell your book. The problem here is that then your book may sell and get in the hands of consumers before you have even seen a proof. Make sure that you do not enable distribution until after you have not only ordered your author copies, but also received your author copies. Author copies, unfortunately, take several weeks in order to arrive and can take much longer than Amazon actually will fulfill their customer orders. I made this mistake. I clicked enable distribution accidentally. My book was distributed to Amazon, and as I was waiting for my author's copies, all of my friends and family were letting me know that they had received their copy of their books before I could even view a draft in person.
Which brings us to step 10, order author copies. This is the only opportunity for you to view a physical copy of your book before it gets into the hands of booksellers and consumers. Do not enable distribution before ordering and receiving your author's copies. Unfortunately, this step can take quite a while, so make sure that you allow several months in advance of your publication date to order and receive your author's copies. Next is step 11, which is enabling distribution. Several days to several weeks after doing this, you will begin to see your title available and listed on booksellers' websites such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and others. It's important to understand that while you may have created a list price for what you would like your book to sell for on the consumer level, the consumer purchase price will be deciphered by the reseller. So don't be alarmed when you see websites such as Amazon list your book for a sale price higher or lower than your suggested retail price. This is because independent booksellers use a platform like this to sell to consumers, and they have the ability to set their own resale price. The last steps are optional steps that you don't have to do, but I do highly recommend. First is creating an author's page on Amazon. This is going to allow you to take a little bit of control into seeing the sales stats and other features on Amazon. Next, become an Amazon affiliate. As a business, Amazon will allow you to become an affiliate, meaning that you share your link with your audience, and if someone makes a purchase from that link, you receive a commission. Now, why would you want to do this for your own book? Well, if you are sharing where to purchase your book across your social media, with friends, with family, your email list, on YouTube, etc., if you share an affiliate link, you not only get the commission from Ingram Spark selling and distributing your book, but you also receive an Amazon affiliate commission for the sale. Step 13, add your book to IndieBound. IndieBound is a great way for you to support independent bookstores and still get your book distributed online. And you can also use that link to receive affiliate commission as well. Next is to create a marketing plan. Your books, in most cases, will simply not sell themselves. You must have a strong and aggressive marketing plan in order to actually get your books moving. Simply creating a book, having it distributed through Ingram Spark is not necessarily going to result in any or many sales. You need to create an aggressive marketing plan for how you're going to get your book in front of consumers and booksellers. Next, prepare yourself as a sole proprietor. You will be earning self-employed income and will be, by default, a sole proprietor. You will be required to claim your income on your income taxes if you earn a net income in the amount of $400 or more per year. If you are self-publishing, you are your own publishing company and therefore should obtain a business license within your state. Set aside 30% of your net income for tax time. Keep careful track of all of your sales data and track all of your business expenses so that you can claim them as tax deductions. If you are operating under any other name other than your first and last legal name, you must also register a doing business as name, also known as a fictitious business name. If you're selling directly to consumers yourself, then you're going to be required to collect and remit sales tax because you are selling a physical product. This means that you're going to need to register with your state's Department of Tax and Fee Administration and will need to pay the sales tax that you collect on a quarterly basis. I have a full video on how to do this in the state of California linked below.
Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. If you were curious about seeing my picture book and what I have published, you can click the link in the video description down below.